Guys, GoBlue117, I'm back for chapter 17 of my Fire Emblem 7 walkthrough. So this chapter is actually going to take place on Fargus' ship as we sail over to Valor from the port of Badon. And this chapter is probably going to be the second to last one. There's actually one video, because this is actually a pretty short chapter. It should be under 40 minutes, and I just want to get it done under one video, or in one video. Instead of just doing two 15-minute ones, even though I've done that for some of the earlier chapters. Because now I know my recording will actually not lag that badly by doing long videos, so I'm actually going to do more of these longer videos. But yeah, probably one more chapter after this. It's going to be one. And that's actually going to be a side quest. At least the one I'm thinking of. Maybe there'll be another that I'm not thinking of, but I can definitely think of one side quest that'll only take one video. So after finding Ninian, she's kind of strange. We're actually going to be attacked by the Black Fang, who are actually going to attack us with a couple of ships of their own. So looks like we're going to be fighting them again. Because we fought a few of them I guess it was last chapter, which was the chapter 16 side quest with Damien and his entourage. And it looks like we're actually going to have a shaman boss. So we're going to take 11 units. Let's see, who do I want to get rid of for this chapter? Keep you. Get rid of you. Keep Guy, Lucius, Sane. So I can take another unit, and I'll go ahead and... I'm guessing Florina would be the best, yeah. Well, I'm also going to want to take Canis, so let's go ahead and get rid of Dorcas. take Canis. That looks good. Let's go ahead and take and equip. Sleep staff. Okay, so I want to get Canis a couple levels, which won't be that big of a problem because there are plenty of magic units for him to take care of. Get rid of Marcus's stuff. I'm probably going to give away some of the vulneraries to other units that don't have them, because like Kent and Lowen and people like that are not going to need their vulneraries anymore. So I can get that one. That looks good. I can give Dorcas this one away too. And I can give Sarah's for now, since I'm not using her in the chapter. I'll go ahead and take Dragon Shield for Lynn, because that's what I plan to use it on. And I'm going to take Goddess Icon and the Red Gem for Sane. I don't know who I'll use the Goddess Icon on, but I do want to use it on somebody, so I could just give it to whoever I want. Then I can also sell the Red Gem this way. You go over there. I'm gonna take probably most of my sword users over on the left side where most of the magic units are, and then lance users over the other side. And I might bring the axe will kind of probably not do a whole lot. You can get away with not bringing them pretty much at all, like Dorcas or Barter and Hector, because they're not going to do that much, but they'll help a little bit, and you can always just use them to buy stuff. Which is what I'm going to do with Dorcas right here. Go to the vendor, see what I can get. Let's go ahead and get Lightning. I'm obviously not going to get Fire or Thunder. And next chapter we're actually going to get a new Tome of Dark Magic, so I'm not going to bother getting another Flux. But Lucius definitely could use another Lightning, because I don't know when we'll get another light tome from an enemy. Let's go ahead and check defense, and Lucius actually is the worst defense. And then it's Lynn, and then Canis. So I might actually just give it to Lucius instead. That's what I'm thinking. Let's go ahead and first use Canis against this guy. And quick level up. Got get Dragon Shield. Sane. So that increases luck. Let's see who's the worst luck. Lucius again. But then Oswin Guy. So I think I'm going to give it to Oswin. So one of my, because Oswin's, I don't want to use him a lot because he's a couple levels ahead of pretty much everybody else right now. So I'm going to avoid that. And wow, that sells for 4,000. But I don't really need the gold, so I'm just going to use it on Oswin. And instead just buy A little bit, because I don't really need that much, because I have a bunch of weapons from units I'm not using anymore. Let's go ahead and trade. I just want to get a hand axe, because I don't think I have an extra one of those. I'm sure Barter's running out, and if he's not, I'll just give it to Hector, because Hector could use a hand axe. I'm going to use Dragon Shield. This way Lucius won't go down quite as easily to melee units. If he gets in trouble, he might be able to survive. And no, Florina could probably use a regular lance too, so I'm just going to take her and go grab a steel lance, because I don't think I have an extra steel lance, and I'd rather give her a steel lance than an iron lance if she already has a slim lance too. But this will give her a more powerful weapon to use. Where? Like a slim lance won't kill. Especially in cases where she could double with either, like against a Myrmidon. Well, most of these guys are mercenary class. Like, Raven. And that was a bad idea. Yeah. Not really a good idea right there to put Priscilla where I did. Oh well. And you still got the Javelin equipped or whatever. I'd like to get Florina a couple levels, because Florina has kind of been left behind by me as far as gaining levels, because I've left her out of the last couple chapters for good reason. It looks like these guys aren't quite as dumb as some of the other units actually attacking you they can do damage to. But they're still going to die anyway. Yeah, plenty of shamans for Candace and Lucius to level up on. So if you've kind of underleveled them, just take just those two and wipe out all the units. I would suggest taking a couple melee units behind them though, because Candace and Lucius will not be the ones to kill the boss for you unless you just weaken the boss with somebody else and they got the final hit. But the boss of this chapter is, like as you can see, a shaman, and he's level 18 shaman. Has Luna, which is one of the better dark magic spells of the game, and he actually ends up having a high critical rate when he uses it, and a high hit rate, and he does a lot of damage with it. So even somebody like Lucius could easily get killed. And I've had a lot of bad luck with this boss as far as him criticaling with low percentages against like Lynn. I'd somehow critically had if I do 0. Well, I'm gonna just bring a couple melee units, like Sane or somebody. And we got another red gem, so we can go sell that for more gold. Can't kill you. Who can I kill you with? You, no. No. I can weaken you. And then maybe get the kill with Guy. I hope so. I think I could double him. Or not. Okay. Lynn can't get over there. How about Lynn on this guy? Yeah, that works. Although I probably should stop using Lynn, because I think Lynn's level 13, or maybe she's only 12. If she's only 12, then whatever. Yeah, she's only 12, never mind. Yeah, Oswin you can weaken. I might want to use Oswin Javelin. I'm thinking that's what I'm going to do to help Guy out with these guys, because then Guy can finish off the kill. And Guile will be able to survive pretty easily against just 3 of these guys. And hopefully you can get up toward level 10 or something. And I can kill you. And now Canis is second level up of the chapter. And that was a better one, I like that. Equip the Iron Axe. Now you cannot get through. So that works. As far as the other mercenary, can't kill you, but I can weaken you. So that's okay. Go ahead and use a vulnerary on Priscilla. And you can just kind of stay right there. This guy's a longsword. And I'm guessing we're going to end up getting that when we kill him. So that'll be nice. And, okay, I did not check that. I should have checked that to see if he had a Lance Reaver. But, because that did a lot of damage too. But no big deal. I should probably heal Canis. On this next turn before I move him forward, because he's already got a ton of experience already. He's going to probably get 2 more kills here, because these guys are going to go after him. And unnecessary critical. And he leveled up again, God. He's gained like 2.5 levels already. You can get to the boss pretty quickly. On a side note here, I'm probably end up getting to the boss with my 1 or 2 melee units and then Canis and Lucius by about turn 7. And you can kill the boss right then, and that would actually end the chapter. And when you actually do that, like when I get to the boss, there are probably going to be no units left. But I think it's like turn 8 or turn 9. Another ship's going to appear at the bottom, and there are going to be a bunch more units, so unless you want to waste all that experience, I would wait on killing the boss. There won't be any more reinforcements from the left side. Except for like a Pegasus. I think there's a Pegasus Knight that shows up, but you can move out of the way and then kill it. Because you can get out of its attacking range. Because it doesn't actually show up on the west side ship, but down toward the south, but it'll actually move toward the west if you have units over there, which I assume you would if you have any intention of killing the boss. Go ahead and kill you. It's like it's only turn 3, but we're pretty close already. There are going to be a few more units that come from those stairs on the left ship, but those will be taken care of really quickly anyway. Oh, let's just move you there. Go ahead and... how should I do this? Kill you like this? Yeah. So I guess barter's a little bit helpful, but definitely, if you don't want to bring him, there's not a whole lot of reason to bring any axe users. I mean, you could even set Hector out, because you don't have to bring Hector. But I didn't really have anybody else I wanted to bring, except maybe Sarah just as a second healer. Because then I could have brought Priscilla over toward the boss, which would have been helpful when we actually took on the boss, maybe, but not so much that I'd take out another unit. And critical. And Florian is fine. Another example of how the, maybe it was Serenity Robe is the item that might be the item that gives you the, HP bonus, but whatever that item is, another example of how that is very helpful on Florina. Because she can go around a lot of range of motion. Once you get her high enough level, she'll be pretty good force on the offensive attack. And you don't really have to worry about her taking too much damage. Because she's got high resistance and a lot of HP. And most of the melee units are so weak that unless you just send her off against a bunch of axe users, she'll be fine. And nice critical there. Let's see if Lucius gains even more resistance. Yep, more resistance and more magic strength. And we got a guiding ring, which is the promotion item for magic units. You want to be really careful with those and not, like, waste those on it. I would not waste them on, like, Priscilla or Sarah unless you've been purposefully leveling them up. Because you want, like, Priscilla as a Valkyrie or something. But you only get so many, and we have a lot of good magic units. I mean, if you level up Urk, like, I haven't leveled him up at all in this playthrough. I haven't pretty much used him at all, because I like Canis and Lucius better, but if you level him up, he's good. Certainly Lucius and Canis are very good. So, you want to be pretty careful not wasting those guiding rings, because you only get like 2 or 3. And that's the reason I didn't even use Urk at all. I didn't want to waste experience on him when I knew that he would probably be the unit that I left out of promoting, eventually anyway. Go ahead and use Secret Book on Sane. Kill you with Guy. And here's the point where you might think that the chapter is over, because I don't think any reinforcements are going to come on this turn, except for maybe 2 on the left side. So you might think that the chapter's pretty much over, the boss is the only unit left, and no more units are actually going to show up, but if you wait on killing the boss, you'll be able to get some more experience, which I'm sure you'd want. Unless you just are running low on weapon uses and don't have the gold to buy any more weapons, and need to save your weapons as much as possible. But that's the only reason I could think of that you would want to get the extra experience. Gonna kill you. This guy has a new spell, Nosferatu. And that's actually a really helpful spell, and we actually get this for Canis next chapter. An enemy unit's going to drop it. And what this does is it actually allows you to heal yourself. So say you do 10 damage to an enemy unit, then obviously you have to hit them. But if you hit them and do 10 HP damage, you'll actually heal yourself 10 HP, which is really helpful. And actually makes for an interesting tactic where if Canis is in trouble and you can't really run away or heal him, sometimes just attacking with Nosferatu will be the way to save yourself. If you couldn't see, the boss drops speed wings, so that might be nice to use on one of your units, but I'm not going to worry about that. Certainly until next chapter, we wouldn't get it until we kill the boss anyway. Unless you just randomly walked up to him with a thief and stole it, which would probably be a good way to kill your thief. And be a waste of bringing a unit anyway, because there's no reason to bring Matthew. Because you're going to get the speed wings anyway. And you can't steal the tome of Luna that the boss has, because you can't steal weapons. Another critical from Lucius there. I'm surprised. He usually seems to underachieve for his criticals. Like, right now he has a 9% chance of criticaling, but usually I don't critical with him at all until I get a little bit better tome. But he actually has not been disappointing as much with criticals, so I'm surprised. So this chapter looks over, and we're even getting the kind of chapter over except for the boss music. And only on turn 5, but I'm going to go ahead and give that to Hector and move Florian over here, because we are going to get a couple more units eventually, I assume, over on the east side. So let's go ahead and sell that. I don't need anything. So now I got over 10,000 gold again, which is nice. There is a character later that you might want to get, and I actually probably won't get this character, and it might be the only one of the few characters in the game that I don't actually get. You actually have to buy his services for like 30,000 gold. And I don't even use him anyway. But it's our 3rd Pegasus Knight. So if we want to do the Pegasus Knight special attack, which I obviously won't be showing off since I'm not going to get that in the Pegasus Knight, start saving up your gold right now and don't buy a bunch of stuff. Anyway, here are the reinforcements. I just kind of skipped ahead a couple turns by just ending the turn. It looks like they didn't show up on the east side at all, so let's go ahead and give Florian the Steel Lance. Lynn can kind of come back here. Guy can move up. Maybe get a couple kills with him. Oswin. So it looks like we got... Okay, nothing of interest. Slim Sword, Iron Sword, and Steel Sword is what I think I saw. So... And then obviously the Shaman, but... Shaman's gonna be no big deal anyway. Yeah, I don't even understand why enemies have the Slim Sword this late in the game. Because it's not like the enemies can even do critical damage. Like Florian, it's actually helpful, because it's really quick. And it also gives the critical boost, but the enemy units with it don't even have the skill or necessary to critical with it, so it seems like pretty dumb. Whatever. Okay, I can kill you. And wow, that's surprising though, that with a Slim Lance, Florian actually doubles the Myrmidon, but with a Steel Lance, the Myrmidon actually doubles Florina. I did not think that was such a big decrease in speed. Because whether you double or not depends on the differential of speed between the two units. It's like 4 or something if you're like... I think it's if you're 4 more ahead in speed, then you are able to double. But it also takes into account like weapons and stuff. So it's not just your basic speed unit. You obviously have to take into account what weapon the two are using. Okay, thinking, leave you there. You can go there. Go ahead and end the turn. And guy increased his sword speed. It's nice. And there are the 2 Pegasus Knights. And so as you can see, the one on the left, while it goes toward the west side, and if you have your units awkwardly placed, it could be trouble. Since it kind of just shows up like 2 away, if you got a magic unit over on the left side, pretty easy to just pick off. Whether it's Canis or Lucius. Because Canis wouldn't be able to double, but I'm sure he'd be able to kill with one hit because of the power of his dark magic. Plus, he has a pretty nice magic strength level, or statistic, whatever. But his number for magic strength is pretty high. The guy got a critical. Guess I can use Florina and do Pegasus Knight on Pegasus Knight. Battle over the water. And another critical, god. It's 3 in a row. With the highest chance of it being an 11. We had 11%, a 9%, and a 6%. So go ahead and take you out. I should probably use like Lynn or somebody to kind of block off one of the pets, but I'm not that worried because it's already turn 10. I'm going to start actually kind of focusing on the boss. But you can see, against Sane, 15 critical. When he was actually doing the 1% critical and hit twice, I mentioned this earlier, it was actually with Lynn, who is a much better avoid, so that's why the critical percentage was down. But like with Sane, that's a really high critical percentage. Same thing with Canis, and I'm sure Lucius is also that way. And as you can see, Canis not doing a whole lot of damage. I think Lucius does more because of the Trinity of Magic advantage, but it's only like 6. So it would be, you'd either have to really over level those 2 units, which would be tough to do, especially with Canis. So you've gotten both of them pretty recently. And for Lucius, there were only so many uses you could do because you couldn't buy another light magic tome anyway, at least that I know of. So I doubt it's really that feasible unless to get him those 2 units much higher than what I have him right now, unless you're just giving him every single kill, which would seem like a waste of experience. And good job, Barter. And this guy will move up. Alright, so last turn. Oh, God, this guy's gonna get himself killed first. Or not. But he will eventually. So we got 3 units. We got 2 mercenaries, and we have a Myrmidon that we gotta take care of. And then obviously the boss, but I'm gonna worry about these guys for. Oh, we got another one. Forgot about you. I'll go ahead and take you out. You got an Armor Slayer, but you're not gonna get a chance to use it. So, not a lot of experience for Osmond, but he was the only unit that, besides Hector, and Hector probably wouldn't have been a good unit to use. Probably just move Dorcas out of the way, and then use Lynn, Guy, and Florina to take out these last 3. Although that one mercenary that's at full health might be a pain to deal with. Because I'd like to get the kill right now, and not worry about who he goes to attack or if he goes to run away, because I'd like to get all the experience I could. So let's see. I can easily kill you. So let's go ahead and get that kill with Florina. Because then I'll probably just use Guy on the weak mercenary that Barter already destroyed mostly. So now you're dead. And I'm hoping Lynn can double the last one. And Guy's at level 10, so that's nice. And he has better defense than he usually does for me. Usually he's still stuck at like 5. And I didn't even give him a dragon shield here, because I gave that to Lucius. And yeah, I guess this is a little risky with Lynn. As you can see, she's down to 4, but since no more enemy units were coming, unless she missed with a 100% chance, which wasn't going to happen, she'd be fine. Plus, I can heal her anyway right here, just in case. And although it's unnecessary, it'll give Priscilla a little bit more. Well, actually I won't. Let's just focus on the boss. If I can kill the boss. If I fail to kill the boss, which would suck, because I'd be wasting all that experience, then I'll do something else. Probably going to weaken with Stain, and that hopefully he doesn't critical, because then I'd die, and then chapter would be over, because I'd have to restart. Well, I wouldn't have to, but I would, because Stain would be dead, and I'd restart. But then I'm going to just hit you. There should be no problem with Stain actually hitting him. And if Stain doesn't die, then I can get the kill with Eliwood. Yep. And no critical. Good. And because he doesn't... Now, if this guy had Nosferatu, I think he'd be probably even tougher. Because anytime you attacked him... Because you wouldn't be able to... Unless you had like a longbow. You wouldn't be able to attack him without being countered, and since he'd probably have a good % chance of hitting, because he'd be using your melee units, he'd heal, and that would make him a lot tougher. So I guess that would be a way that they could have made this boss tougher, but there we go. He didn't critical, so pretty easy to deal with. Eliwood leveled up to level 13, and I'm definitely in good shape for that. I think it's chapter 22 side quest. And yeah, once you kill the boss, immediately Fargus will come back up. But since we routed him already, he has nobody to kill. So now just a little bit of dialogue, and I got it done under 40 minutes. Well, maybe not with the ending dialogue, but chapter done under 40 minutes, and counting just the gameplay under 30. Because I had that like 5 minutes of dialogue at the beginning, plus battle preparations. So it seems that Ninian's lost her memory from whatever happened. And it seems like the Black Fang were after her, so I'm sure they had something to do with it. Okay, so now we're actually on Valor. And Fargus says you're going to wait 2 weeks. Don't worry, there's no like turn time limit where if you don't finish the chapters that we do on Valor in a certain amount of turns, then you automatically lose because Fargus sails away. No. They don't really have anything like that in this game where you have to like complete a mission in a certain amount of turns besides just surviving or defending a unit for a certain number of turns. But there's no like kill the boss in 10 turn chapters like there is in Radiant Dawn or Path of Radiance. So don't worry about that, it's just random dialogue. And that was kind of random. Alright, so that's about it for chapter 17. So hopefully the next couple of videos we'll do chapter 18.